Hello, I'm going to do the Tarot Quickie Love reading, and this may or may not resonate for you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate. All right, so I have my Whispers of Love. I have my Angel Answers, my Romance Angel cards, my Heart-Shaped Romance cards, and then I have a tarot deck. So we're going to see what message do we have for today. All right, so look at that one. So we have I love you. These are powerful words. Sometimes those can be the hardest words to say. And sometimes those words can make us feel incredibly uncomfortable. All right. Let's get an Angel Answers. I feel like this one here. We have trust. I feel that there may be a relationship that you have to build that trust, or you have to trust in order for you to say those words, I love you. I feel like maybe that's something that is something that may make you feel very vulnerable. Trust is very important to be able to have that first in order to say those words, right? Those powerful words. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And then we have this one. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. I feel like that may be what is holding you back in a relationship. This could be a partnership, a friendship. It could be towards a family member. And I feel that you're holding on to the past, and that's stopping you from building your trust in this relationship and saying those words, I love you, and letting your walls down and making the effort. That you're struggling with making the effort in a relationship is because you're holding on to something from the past and you're having trust issues. And you're feeling that if you say those words, and if you put that out there, that makes you very vulnerable, and it can be very scary, right? Four of Swords, something that you need to think about, something that I feel like you need to realize. It could be that you're having frustration within a relationship because you feel that it's not going the way that you want, or something's not happening in a relationship. But I feel like you need to look at what is that effort that you're putting out there. Are you letting your walls down? Are you putting yourself out there? I feel like this could go with something from your past that has happened that you're holding on to, but I also feel like maybe there's a lightness to this relationship that's not happening because you're having these trust issues. It also could be a relationship that you're not clear about. You're not sure where you want to go with this relationship. Maybe you don't want to progress with this relationship. Maybe you're unclear with yourself. Maybe you need some time to yourself. Maybe you need some alone time. Maybe you need some separation. Maybe you need some time to yourself to sort something through. Maybe that's what you're not clear about. You're like, do I leave this person? Do I walk away from this person? If it's a friend or a family member, or maybe you're like, hey, I need some separation, I need some time to myself, I need to think through to find that clarity as to what do you want to do in this relationship. It could be that if you're in a partnership, maybe you just need some time to yourself. Maybe it's going to visit a family member, right? Maybe it's going to visit some friends or a family member, or going maybe on a business trip or something like that, and taking that time to yourself to process what is it that you need to leave behind. Going back to this card, what is it that you need to leave behind? Something in the past that you need to leave behind, because that's what's affecting you from having that trust and making the effort in this relationship. All right, finding the answers and finding the solutions. We have the Ace of Swords. Aces are new beginnings, new starts. If you want to find a solution, you have to look at you have to make the effort, right? You have to look at those things that if you're not feeling 100%, if you're having some cloudiness, if you're having some uncertainty, if you're having some questions or some doubt, taking that time to yourself and saying, what am I having doubt about? Why am I having this doubt? What am I holding on to? What is stopping me from making the effort in this relationship? If the other person is saying I love you to you, if that's making you feel uncomfortable, why is that making you feel uncomfortable? There's something deeper within you that you have to take a break from, and that you have to look at, and that you have to work through, right? You have to, it's a new thought process. It's something new that you have to, it's a new thought process that you have to deal with. All right, so I want to close out with my Star Dragon card because I love these cards. We have grief, accepting loss. That's pretty interesting because I feel like maybe you haven't accepted the loss of a past relationship. Maybe you haven't fully gotten over that. Or maybe if it's a friendship or a family member, that there's something that happened in the past that you haven't really grieved over, that you haven't really processed that situation, that maybe the two of you got in a fight or an argument, or there was something that person did that hurt you really bad, and you haven't really processed it, and you're still holding on to it. And you need to take that time out first to process that grief, to process that loss, to get past that before you can move forward, before you can trust, before you can make the effort. So I feel like there's something there's some sort of grief or loss, accepting loss, whether it's a past relationship or past of what something happened, that you have to look at, and you have to work through that first in order to start your building blocks of moving forward and making the effort, having that trust, and being able to say those words, I love you. And that's this and that, right? That's how you get past that. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.